the first times in living memory you can actually get points start on the coupon on Wigan tonight on home territory.
9 for Bradford and Dave Swanton. That was good stuff from the former rugby union player from Blackheath.
Very much. I was looking at him for making his debut. Brother the famous footballer, of course. Wigan starting very strongly, looking for leadership, and it came in the form of Tony Smith, the new signing from Castleford. I was impressed with him on his game at Headingley last week when they played against the Leeds Rhinos. In the game, Bradford taking just slight time to settle in this game. Wigan, in effect, as an old English expression, of throwing everything but the kitchen sink early doors. I was quite surprised there with Andy Farrell, even though only probably 4 or 5 minutes had gone on the clock. Personally, I would have gone for the one-pointer to probably give you a psychological boost.
Dave Swanton there with his thoughts on the opening minutes of this Friday night football clash. And now a second penalty to Bradford. Wigan penalised for stripping the ball out of the tackle player. That was Paul Anderson. And now Bradford have elected to take a shot at goal. Mick McGowan, correct decision perhaps?
Well, they get the points on the board. It's early in the game. I think that's a correct decision. They get the ball back. If Cook doesn't kick the goal, they get the ball back anyway. So it's a shot to nothing. They haven't had Wigan on the rack, so they might as well get the point. So
Mick, a few boos there around the ground as we see on the big giant TV screen here, the replay. Possibly Anderson has lost it. Well, there was a hand there. How did you see it?
Yeah. Gripping out there, no question. O'Connor had a dip at it.
He's still shaking his head though, but the penalty will stay, and Paul Cook comes into the picture. The Bradford defence tonight, but now Paul Cook trying to overcome the Wigan supporters here at Central Park. This one fairly straightforward though, and he makes no mistake. 2 from 2 for Cook. Bradford 4, Wigan no score. We're at Central Park and Mick McGowan, the ball's extending their lead. You like the look of them tonight?
Certainly looking organised, looking set. Rihanna doing well, offloading with lots of traffic around him. That just broke the defensive line, and they never recovered, didn't Wigan. Robbie Paul set off, got a bit of space, set off and set Cook away. So yes, everything's looking good for the Bulls.
Tony Smith on screen here at Central Park. Certainly a lot of responsibility on his shoulders this evening as the Warriors try to end Bradford's unbeaten record in the Super League. Bradford, of course, having not lost a game, in fact, at all this year so far. So Wigan now bring it away from their own line. Cassidy gives it to Robinson, his first touch, I think. Playing fullback tonight, normally, of course, on the wing. Offside. Chant coming from the fans here at Central Park, and Stuart Cummings obliges. Andy Farrell takes the quick touch finder, and a fine kick from the Wigan captain. The Koku couldn't do too much about that. Cassidy takes the tap restart. This is O'Connor. Wigan now 25 metres out. And another penalty against Graham Bradley. He throws the arms out in despair. And now Stuart Cummings is calling time off. And, well, we look at the replay. Well, Mick McGowan, your thoughts on this one?
Well, that's really strict from Mr. Cummings. But they did dab his hand on the ball. They didn't rip it out. But obviously Mr. Cummings said keep away from the ball altogether. That's the signal he's giving him. If he's going to be consistent with that, that's good for me.
All right, we'll wait and see. Cassidy now dummy half again. They're queuing up the Wigan Warriors. Now it comes across to Holgate. A post blocking my view, so I'll move forward here at Central Park. We're in a pretty good position though. This is Murdoch. He shovels it out to Smith. Gridlinski now beats one. Oh, I thought he got the pass away to Farrell, but he takes the tackle and another penalty. And now I think Stuart Cummings will call out Robbie Paul for a bit of a lecture. This will be interesting to see what Wigan want to do, but I'm sure they'll take the 2 points on offer here. Robbie Paul getting a lecture, Dave Swanton.
He's getting a lecture. I think Mr. Cummings has been a bit too strict early on in the game. Obviously what's his stamp his authority on it. He's also got to remember that a very interested spectator at the ground tonight is referee Supremo Greg McCallum. Lots been said about the referees over the past few weeks, not taking anything from any of the players. One player I think Wigan are wasting tonight, to be honest. I think I'd have played possibly young Carlis, who played in the Lions Cup final at Warrington the other night. I possibly would have pitched him in for a game at full back. I'm just looking at Jason Robinson, such a good player, biggest yard maker in Rugby League last week, and he's actually stationed at full back as the last line in defence tonight. Anyway, it's Farrell with the kick. He's going to be kicking it right into the faces of the Bradford Bulls fans. A lot of them who made the trip over the Pennines tonight for this important game. Wigan need to win. Bradford want to win more, I think. Farrell puts 2 points on the board. That penalty, sweetly struck.
Penalty for the Warriors. Number 13, Andy Double Barrels Farrell.
The PA system got a name and a nickname for everybody tonight. 12 minutes gone on the clock then. We've got Andy Farrell reducing the arrears. It's now Wigan Warriors 2, Bradford Bulls 4.
Thanks, Dave. We'll have to give you a nickname before the night's out too. Farrell, double barrel Farrell, as they call him here at Central Park these days. He gets play back underway, taken on the full by Spruce, and here's Sonny Nicol. 15 metres out, Nicol will be put to ground. They'll play back for James Lowe's. Here's Peacock. Out of the red zone again, Bradford. Comes across to Tomlinson. Rayhana, he's lost it. Went behind, says Cummings. Listen to the boos from the Wigan supporters tonight. They know this is an important encounter. Let's have a look at the replay. Rayhana, well, we'll stick with the action live here at Central Park as Anderson charges upfield like a rhino. He crosses halfway. In fact, he'll play it back for James Lowe's, who holds the pass up for Lachlan. Okoku couldn't collect, and now Wigan come away with it, and it's Johnson. Johnson in number 15. In fact, it was Gail Tulloch. My apologies. So the Warriors in possession, 5 metres short of halfway. Smith offloads to Holgate. Cassidy, Smith, Farrell. They miss out Horton. Farrell still offloads back to Robinson, putting himself in good position, and he zips away. He's getting involved, Jason Robinson, and that's good to see. A rousing reception from the Wiganers here tonight as Cassidy quickly gets away from dummy half. Valuable yardage for the Wigan side. He's into the red zone. 18 metres out. Robinson at dummy half. Smith has the ball. Inside now for Connolly. Connolly throws it back to Robinson. Robinson, crossfield, now to Horton. And Simon Horton is rounded up. 12 metres out. The Bradford Bulls holding firm here at Central Park. Farrell running it on the left side, but oh, what great defence from the Bradford Bulls. Robbie Paul now. Tomlinson, counter-attack. Tomlinson's through. He's got support. Cook's away. Cook now. Cook zips back infield. Cook goes blind now. It's all happening here at Central Park. Great rugby league. Mick McGowan, Champagne football.
Absolutely. Superb defence from the Bulls. Last line defence. That's the second time they've done it tonight and come away with the ball. Great break from Tomlinson. Here we go. Here come the cavalry.
Here come the cavalry in a big way. Oh, great tackle on Lachlan. That was fantastic stuff. Talek it was. Paul's got support. Oh, Koku. They couldn't collect. Robbie Paul had the right idea. Abby Koku under the microscope tonight in the big time with the Bulls. Let's have a look at the replay. I suppose at this level, David Swan, players are expected to take those balls.
One would have thought so. It's great to see the character of the Bradford Bulls. They're under the cosh there. They come away, and within, what, 30, 40 seconds, they're up at the other side of the field. But when you're given a chance like that by somebody of the quality of Robbie Paul, the opening was made, but Akuku sadly led us down there. It's a big debut, big crowd on, live television. You'll only get better.
Just updating that scoreline. It's Wigan 2, Bradford Bulls 4. We've been going something like 16 minutes here at Central Park. And a penalty to the Warriors. Cassidy. Or in fact, I should say it's Murdoch, the scrum half, trying to zip up there and take the quick tap. Farrell finds touch just inside Bradford's half. O'Connor takes it forward. Good yardage from O'Connor. The prop ball will play it back for Cassidy. Now it comes to Murdoch. Short ball for Stephen Holgate, who's still going. And that's encouraging start for Eric Hughes. No try so far. Will we see one in the next minute or two? Here's Connolly feeding off Smith. 19 metres out. He'll play it back. Cassidy's got it. Now it comes to Farrell. He promotes it for Murdoch. Horton still going. 15 out. The Warriors getting a bit of a roll on. Robinson steals another 5. Fifth and final. They'll come the open side. Smith, switch, back to Farrell, inside ball. Murdoch, is there no room? Last tackle still. Wigan keeping the ball alive. They swing it to the right. Is there a chance out here? Connolly trying to create something. He hung on to the ball too long though, and he's rounded up. It's a turnover.
Well, he's his heroes in Super League today. To be honest, I watched Gary in the last couple of games. He's not the Gary Connolly that everybody knows and loves as a quality rugby league footballer. I still think he's suffering the after effects of non-stop rugby for possibly the last 3 years, and the trip to Harlequins he had during the winter. He's back there to help the recovery. So with the Wigan side here tonight, they've got one or two people who can mix it and get it up there, but there's no actual, how should I say, apart from Andy Powell, brains on the field to actually do any organising. You have the view of like the move coming through here from the Bradford Bulls. There are people who substitution the moment. Is it Rihanna coming off?
Yeah, Tahi Rehana leaving the battlefield. On comes Jeff Wittenberg as Bruce gives it on to Nicol, who throws a silly pass. A chance now for the young winger Cardis. Cardis can't collect, and it should be, well, is it a knock-on now? Yes, a knock-on against the Bradford Bulls. Knock-on by Cook, so it will be a Wigan scrum feed. About 43 metres out from the Bradford try line. Just repeating the news there, the interchange movements. Rehana is off, and on comes Jeff Wittenberg, who packs down in this scrum to be fed by Murdoch. Craig Murdoch now from the scrum base. Rudlinski. Connolly. He's wrapped up. They come the right side. This is Robinson. 30 metres out. O'Connor bumps off the Bradford Bulls defence, but the line holds firm. 20 metres out now. Smith. They come the right. Here's Farrell. Farrell stands in the tackle, gives it back. Gail Talek, the Frenchman. Robinson feeding off Talek. Some of the Wiganers calling for a penalty for the high tackle. It seemed okay. Sonny Nicol, he won't win too many friends with that sort of defence tonight, but I'm sure he gets a pat on the back from Matthew Elliott. Mick McGowan, your thoughts?
Well, Mr. Cummins there not making a decision. Robinson put the ball down on the floor. Under the new rules, of course, you can't strike at it. The defending team can't strike at it. Situation there, the ball could have been on the floor all night as far as Mr. Cummins were concerned. What do you have to do? Shoot Robinson before they get some attention or what?
Well, I haven't got a rifle to do the honours for you, Mick, but Stuart Cummings certainly is the man who is calling the shots tonight. And I know the referees have been under the microscope, but you feel strongly about this?
Well, really, he should be looking at the players quickly and looking after the players. That's his first duty. And obviously Robinson, if he's not going to play the ball, there's got to be something seriously wrong with him. But apart from that, you get the feeling that if the Bulls can just stop giving the penalties away and just stop pushing that last pass, they're in with a really good chance here, because we've been playing 19 minutes now, and Wigan have not had to run the ball out. They've not run the ball over the halfway line.
Well, they're running the ball now. Little grubber kicking behind the defence early in the tackle count, but it's too deep. Well, Tony Smith, disappointment on his face as Bradford bring it back for a quick restart. They're not wasting too much time. Here's Lachlan.
Anderson off.
And Anderson is off. Paul Anderson leaving the field, and on comes the bowling ball, Paul Medley, but now it comes to Dwyer. And Bernard Dwyer making his return to the Bulls Super League side tonight. Been out last match because of injury. Cut out pass now from Bradley to Paul to Okoku, who puts the foot down. Coming across is Connolly. Both players playing rugby union in the off-season. He plays it back. Lowe's. Bradley now, first receiver, takes on the Wigan defence, and he's put away 22 metres out from the Wigan try line. Tomlinson calls for it. He gets it. First off the ruck now to Medley. In fact, it's Wittenberg, my apologies. Last tackle, 15 metres out. They come the left side. Tomlinson shows it. Big cutout pass, and it's an intercept. So the pressure off the Warriors. David Swanton. Well, Glenn Tomlinson perhaps trying to do too much.
I think he was trying to do too much. There's been two interesting things over the past few minutes. Jason Robinson, a brave player, only a small player. He's moved into the line more. They've also, in my mind anyway, Graham Bradley seems to be getting more involved in this game. Jason Robinson being hounded there. Tackle on his own 10-metre line. as I was saying there with Graham Bradley, it may be, to be honest, I think he may be playing out of position, playing at loose forward. I know he can play forward as well. I think I would sooner see Bradley in the 3/4 or one of the half-back positions. Both teams taking time to settle this game. It's all hit and rush at the moment. Teams trying to slow one another down on the play of the ball. We've got an injury down there, I think. It's Andy Farrell. A lot's going through Andy Farrell this season down here. It's a pressure-relieving kick more than anything. Halfway through the first half, nobody really stamping their authority. We had runs to both ends. Jason Robinson struggling at the moment. He's having to receive more attention at his own half. In fact, he's going to try and hobble on and soldier on, so to speak. Robbie Paul's been a bit quiet in this game, and every time I say Robbie Paul's quiet, he seems to come up with a hat-trick.
Yeah, great hat-trick against the Warrington Wolves it was in the season openers. Okoku now takes it upfield for the Bradford Bulls. First tackle from that scrum. He's wrapped up 8 metres short of halfway. Robbie Paul now gives it to Tomlinson. Bradley now in possession. He had Peacock outside him, but the Queenslander overran him, and Bradley will run it back. Here's Wittenberg. Still going, Jeff Wittenberg. Good stuff from the former St George and South Queensland Crushers forward. 30 metres out. Lows at dummy half. This is Tomlinson. Inside ball. Medley's gone without it, and it will be a knock-on.
Yeah, that seems to be the pattern of the game so far. The Bulls are making good progress. Wigan are having problems with the front line defence. They just cannot hold the Bulls. But as the Bulls come to 4 or 5 in the sequence, they seem to be pushing the pass and losing control and handing the ball back over to Wigan. They just need a little bit of consolidation and not give penalties away, and I can see a big score for the Bulls.
Well, speaking of the score, if you've just joined us, Bradford leading the home side. Wigan 2, Bradford Bulls 4. As Simon Horton gets play up to halfway for the Wiganers. Now it comes to Holgate. That's a good run from Stephen Holgate. Fine effort. Wigan now, the crowd sensing an opportunity. Cassidy, he needed a runner there. Rudlinski quickly runs into dummy half. Murdoch now, kick downfield. And Johnson is coming through very quickly. Ooh, a lucky thing for the Bulls. Spruce got a nice bounce, but David Swanton, well, I thought for a moment Johnson had come through and scored a try.
No, Spruce is a cool character at full-back. One person I'm just looking at the moment is Jason Robinson, who's got his left ankle well strapped. It's as though he's coming over to this side of the field. One wonders how long he can continue in this. Seems to be struggling at the moment. Doc Murray, not a particular favourite with the Wigan fans at the moment. He's been put onto the substitute space tonight. He's the obvious substitute if Robinson has to come off. He's trying to walk it off or run it off at the moment. It'd be a bad sign for, well, it'd be a bad throw of the dice really for the Wigan Warriors if Robinson has to leave the field. Just looking through the Wigan lineup this evening, possibly Connolly's struggling at centre again. We've got Johnson, who's playing on the right flank down here. He could have had, well, he could have been given the freedom of the town here tonight if he'd have picked that kick through, unless Spruce had picked it up. This is Robbie Paul. Big hit there. He's got the Wigan Warriors players obviously under instructions to chaperone young Robbie Paul tonight. And how badly Wigan are missing Henry so far.
Yeah, they certainly are missing him tonight, David. Henry Paul, a vital cog in the Wigan side, and a lot of the rugby league folk in England would have been looking forward to his contest, individual clash, you could say, with his brother Robbie tonight. Well, Lowe's has done well to offload to Paul Medley, and in turn he's given it to Tomlinson. Paul, now Bradley, but he's lost. It was the last tackle anyway, and Wigan come away with the ball. They're in possession about 8 metres short of halfway. Cummings now gets Bradford, or does try to get him back to 10. Very, very shallow 10 on that occasion. Wigan now using Connolly from dummy half. Their field position now, not too bad. 40 metres out centre field. Options left and right. They come the right, well, they come the left. They go everywhere. Now it's Farrell. Farrell now the captain, leading by example. That pass was, well, I suppose it was on, but the player receiving was never going to go forward. Tomlinson wraps him up. They come the right side now. This is O'Connor. He puts the foot down, and he's wrapped up by Dwyer. He's a workaholic, is Bernard Dwyer, and he's assisted there by Lachlan. Smith now shovels it out to Murdoch. It comes across to Horton. Long loopy pass out wide to Radlinski. One of those passes might have been forward. Referee Cummings says play on. Connolly. In fact, it's Robinson. My apologies. Robinson's gone through. It's been touched in flight. It will be 6 to go. Oh, I tell you what, there's a big chance coming up here for Wigan. No try so far. Wigan 2, Bradford 4. We'll stick with the action. Now comes to Gail Tallick. Gail Tallick now tries to say, oh, wire to the Bradford Bulls defence. But Bradford stick to him like glue, and he's wrapped up 17 metres out. Cassidy now using the blind side, also using O'Connor. And O'Connor tries to bust through the defence. Unsuccessful on this occasion, put away by Bradley. Comes now to Murdoch. Smith, Radlinski, set move. Farrell upended. This time he can't get the pill away. He's wrapped up 12 metres out from dummy half now. Gary Connolly hasn't been in the best of form this season so far. He's wrapped up. Farrell now. Smith trying to create something. He's wrapped up. Last tackle. Good tackle, Robbie Paul. Will chip in behind the defence. It's too deep. Well, Murdoch trying to create something there, but for a moment I thought he might have been able to regather Mick Miguel.
Oh, a touch and go. Nice work from Murdoch. But that seems to be the best option that Wigan have, is a kick and chase. And Wigan, the Bulls defence again outstanding, that line defence. Back on the line again. A couple of decisions go against them. They give the ball away and they're back on their own line. They really need to consolidate up this end of the field.
It's a close one so far. Good ball from Tomlinson to Medley. Oh, the ball's been stolen quite legitimately too by Gary Connolly. How's that for defensive play? Connolly will play it now back for Cassidy. Was he offside, Tomlinson? No, says Cummings. Listen to the boos. Connolly now, slow motion stuff. Well, I thought for a moment I touched the video. They're 22 metres out. Some of the fans incensed by Stuart Cummings' display so far this evening as Farrell turns it inside for Simon Horton, who should score. He gets past Stuart Spruce. He couldn't do anything. There's the first try. Wigan 6. Bradford Bulls 4. David Swanton. Great stuff. Simon Horton.
Well, Simon did that at Castleford a couple of weeks ago live on Sky TV. He's done it again. Just saying, over the past couple of games, Sides had obviously done the whole work on Horton.
Scorer for Wigan, number 11, Simon Horton.
He said Sides had obviously done the whole work on Horton in the past couple of matches. He's done good body strength that he has, though.
Unfortunately, had the ball stripped. That put us on the back foot again. We never really got organised. That's a case of turning the ball over once too many to Wigan.
We're getting organised now for the Wiganers. Is their captain. Andy Farrell has kicked one from one already this evening. This one about 10 metres in from touch. 19 out from goal. It's looking good. It's through. Great kick, Andy Farrell. Listen to the fans on the terraces. They can rejoice, at least for the time being. Wigan 8, Bradford Bulls 4. This is Friday Night Football from Central Park.
From Andy
David Swanton, Mick McGowan joining myself, Jason Costigan, for coverage of tonight's game. A real treat for rugby league supporters on both sides of the Pennines, and in fact all across Britain tonight. Big game it is. And the countdown to half-time. And Baines is on now. And O'Connor leaving the field. He's in the dugout. Baines is the fresh man on as Eric Hughes marshals his troops in the run into half-time. Bradford now. They've got some fresh men on the field. And I think that might be Matt Callan in possession of the ball. In fact, it was Knox. And Nicol is coming off, so maybe I was a bit too harsh on Sonny Nicol. Nicol being assisted by physiotherapist Karen May to the Bulls dugout as Bradford now bring it upfield, 12 metres short of halfway. Radlinski affects the tackle. Robbie Paul now stepping and attacking the blind side quite cleverly, and he's now gone into Wigan's side of the field. Tomlinson, first receiver, gives it to Bradley. Ooh, I thought he got through from a standing start, but he's wrapped up. 5 metres, Wigan side of halfway. Tomlinson gets away from one. Now he puts the kick downfield between fullback and winger. Robinson there with his left leg or left foot heavily strapped. And he'll play it back now for Johnson, who's got big raps from a lot of the rugby league media in recent weeks. Mike Stevenson's name comes to mind as Baines takes it upfield, I think, for the Wigan side. He's wrapped up. Farrell now. 11 metres short of halfway. 8-4 is the scoreline. Wigan 8, Bradford Bulls 4. If you've just joined us, this is Friday Night Football from Central Park. Murdoch inside now. Gail Tallick rushing through. Put away by Knox. Support from Dwyer. Last tackle. Hurried kick out on the full. And some of the fans not too happy, I think, maybe with Graham Bradley's tackle, was it? We'll have a look at a replay here, hopefully. Or maybe not. Waiting for the ball to come back. The ball boys are on strike here at Central Park tonight. Tomlinson plays it back now. This is Jeff Wittenberg, son of John Wittenberg, of course, the former Australian forward and St George great. Knox now upfield. Good stuff from Simon Knox, wearing 18 tonight for the Bradford Bulls. Lowe's distributes to Tomlinson. Inside ball, Peacock coming through. Beats one, got it away to Paul Medley. This time Paul Medley hangs onto the field. No intercept or stripping of the ball on this occasion. Bradley steaming through, the club captain. He's looking in awesome form tonight. Big game, of course, as we said, against London last week. Here's Lowe's holding up the pass. He goes himself in. He'll go very close. 2 metres out, last tackle. They come the right side. Bradley puts a little grubber in behind the defence. Robbie Paul! Oh, it's been snuffed out. Well, a close scene, but what about Redlinski? Mick McGowan, he saved the day for the Warriors.
Yeah, he did. Good work from Redlinski. But that's the first time that the Bulls have gone to 6 and put Wigan under pressure with a kick. That's the first time they're going to get the ball back after the set.
Weren't they under pressure, David?
They were under pressure that time, as Mick quite rightly says. It was the first time they completed the set of 6. One thing that is a bit worrying from the Bradford Bulls' point of view is all these injuries being picked up by forwards. Sonny Nicholl was led off a few minutes ago, clutching his arm. We've had Jowett injured this year, Donowa. Now we've got McNamara, who's missing the game tonight. We've been a bit of a headache for Matthew Elliott.
Yeah, it's a big casualty list over at Odsall as Peacock charges through. 15 metres out, Danny Peacock. Lowe's from dummy half. He's looking ominous. He got the pass back to Peacock and he scores! There's the first try for the Bradford Bulls. Right next to the sticks, Danny Peacock. Great support play with James Lowe's. Nice ball, David.
It was a good try as well. I was looking at his face as well, as we seem to really show any emotion at Peacock when he scored a try. Remember the way one he scored at Odsall the other week against the Warrington Wolves on his debut in Super League. It was only a matter of time before that started to come. I must say, though, over the past few minutes, that Graham Bradley started to really flex his muscles in this game. He had that awesome run near to the Wigan danger zone just a few minutes ago. And really, it was, as Mick says, this completed the set of 6. It was only a matter of time really before the Bulls went on the scoreboard.
Paul Cook now lining up this kick. He's already landed 2 from 2 this evening. 8-all is the score. This one to put Bradford in the lead for the very first time in a while. They did take an early lead. And he again raises the flags. So Wigan 8, Bradford 10. We're coming to you tonight from Central Park. This is Friday Night Football. And half-time now, only a few minutes away, David.
Yeah, only a few minutes away now. To be perfectly honest, what either side want to do at the moment is Wigan don't want to concede anymore, and Bradford want to make sure that they actually start playing out the sets of 6 like they did a few moments ago. I make it 36 minutes gone on the clock, 4 minutes to go to the break. Bradford, they're hungry for more. Look at the way they raced up onto the ball there. Jason Robinson flattened in fact in front of his own post. As Wigan try to come away with the ball, once again there's always somebody there to tackle. Bradford hungry for more, and that's the man who's marshalling it all there, Graham Bradley.
Yeah, the Penguin affects the tackle and he's looking for more work as Farrell takes it upfield for the Warriors. Lachlan goes a little high, but it seemed okay from where we're sitting up here in the commentary box. Holgate, 5th and final. Wigan struggling to get up to halfway. Eventually the kick, well, it's a sideways kick and it finds the sideline, but I suppose that was hardly the ideal six there, set of 6, David. That was quite ordinary, really, and a disappointing end result. The kick not the best.
Yeah, I think that was worrying from the Wigan point of view there was the fact that Andy Farrell, who was saying at the start of the game, everything has come through Andy Farrell so far this season. They're starting to push everything through him again. The guy in the halfway spot at the moment, Jason Robinson, I'd like to see him get more involved from the Wigan point of view. And the main thing is that Wigan have to do now until half-time. They've got to hold Bradford Bulls out because, quite simply, they are a very well-disciplined, hungry outfit and they want more points. They would be a lot happier, I think, Bradford, if they possibly put another either penalty over, a drop goal over, or even better, score a try. That's a man who's hungry for it as well. Is Robbie Paul. Plays the ball there. Now, this guy's impressed me tonight. Is it Wittenberg? Obviously looking, he wants to get his name in the Wembley programme in a couple of weeks' time. McDermott, of course, missing tonight, but the place is up for grabs with the injury situation being as bad as it is.
Yeah, it's not looking good, but Bradford at the moment are looking good. Tomlinson putting the kick into the end goal, or almost there. Back there to clean up, though, is Johnson. He's done well to stay in the field of play. Offside calls from the fans here at Central Park. Again, Cummings not forthcoming with the penalty as Connolly takes it upfield another 10 metres. Cassidy, Murdoch to Baines, the fresh man. He gets out of the red zone. Few claps for Baines. Murdoch gives it to Farrell. Inside ball. And Smith, Tony Smith, the former Castleford player, wrapped up 30 metres out from his own line. Again, it's Farrell. Now to Horton. And Horton, for a moment, I thought he threw a pass on the inside. It's the last tackle. They're on halfway or thereabouts. This is Farrell again. That's not a bad kick from Andy Farrell. In fact, it's a fine kick. Let's see how good the chase is. Spruce is back there. He's getting support, but it's a good chase. And now Bradford pinned inside their own red zone, but they're out of it already. 2 minutes to go to the break. David Swanton giving me the victory sign. I take it was 2 minutes, David. Okoku now to Wittenberg. Perhaps a forward pass, but not in the eyes of Cummings. And it's he who matters. Lowe's, Tomlinson, Bradley now offloads. How often do we see that? Here's Lowe's again. Cook on the wrong side of the field from his positional point of view, but that doesn't matter really in the context of the situation. This is Tomlinson. Okoku gets some hammering there from the Wigan defence. Last tackle. Lowe's. The kick is a shocker from Jimmy Lowe's by his standards, and it's out on the full. We'll have a turnover about 15 metres short of halfway. Wigan to play the ball. This is Baines. 10 metres short of halfway, the big man. Neil Baines plays it. Now it comes to, is it O'Connor? He's off, O'Connor's still off, and that must be Holgate. Murdoch now crosses halfway. Radlinski, no, it is Murdoch. The light's starting to take effect here. Perhaps my eye's not taking effect just as yet. Smith fires the pass out to Horton. Horton now, good fend. He's having a big game tonight. He might have been quiet in the last couple of weeks, but he's come out of his shadow tonight. Farrell having another big game. Cassidy standing in the tackle. Threw the pass away. And Wigan go back 12 metres or so. Last tackle. Will they go to Farrell again? No, they'll go the left side, the blind side. Murdoch puts the kick in, rolling end on end, and it finds touch about 10 metres out from the Bradford line. And half-time almost upon us, David.
Yeah, half-time almost upon us. One thing I'd like to ask you, Jason, is the fact that the fifth tackle there, Cassidy was desperate to get that ball back. They've lost 10 yards there. Would it not possibly have been better being gone to ground and possibly looking to reduce the arrears to 9-10 with a drop? You know, with so little time to go to half-time and then get the ball back on the kick-off.
Well, it's all in hindsight now, of course, but I certainly agree with you. Bradford bring it away, and I don't think we'll see anything too fancy from them. But Paul, just waiting for the half-time siren to sound here at Central Park. Okoku from dummy half pushes away Andy Farrell, who was never in a million miles going to affect the tackle. Paul, good tackle by Farrell. The two captains coming face to face here at Central Park. Lowe's first receiver, second receiver, I think it might have been. Wittenberg's wrapped up. Last tackle. Lowe's from dummy half. He's got Okoku with him. The pass is an ordinary one. A bit of a mix-up between hooker and winger. And now Johnson brings it away. And he's wrapped up. He'll play it back for Cassidy. Holgate. 9 metres short of halfway. Stephen Holgate will play it. Smith. Murdoch. Downfield. Chase is coming through. Radlinski putting the foot down. Spruce, big start. And he takes no chances whatsoever. He soccers it into the fence. 31 seconds to go in this first half, so we will have time for a restart. Stuart Spruce, safety first, Mick.
Yeah, well, it's good spotting there by the Wigan players. Spruce standing well up onto the line, right on halfway. A big kick in the chase, and the chaser had the advantage. He had to kick it dead, did Spruce. You're quite right.
15 seconds to go in the first half. What a restart that is. 60 metres. You don't see it too often. Taken on the full by Robinson. He brings it back. 3 seconds. This will be the last play in the first half. Do Wigan realise this? Horton. That is half-time. Stuart Cummings calls a halt for the time being. And at the break, it's Wigan 8, Bradford Bulls 10. We'll take a break ourselves, and we'll be back with the second half after these messages.
Is our guest Armstrong's director, Gordon Fox.
And a very good evening. Welcome back to Central Park for the second half. Wigan, first team to make their reappearance. Firstly, David Swanton, your thoughts on the first half. What did you think?
I thought that when Graham Bradley started to get involved in the game for the Bulls, they looked very, very dangerous indeed. Just looking at the Wigan players when they come out, let's have a look how hungry the Bradford Bulls players are. They also get a bit of a lift with the travelling support that they bring with them. The cop end of the ground down here at Central Park welcomes them back on the field. It'll be very, very interesting settling down people from both sides. First 5 minutes of the second half could be very crucial indeed.
And Mick, just quickly, I know you think that, well, it's 10-8 at the break, but you've got some good odds here for Bradford to run away with it, perhaps.
Well, yeah, as I was saying at half-time, that if you're the Bradford coach, your team's done everything in defence. The front-line defence has held Wigan every time they've been in their own half. That's in Wigan's half. They've done the job on their own line. Just one slip up, let Horton in. Apart from that, Wigan's not really threatened us. And we've done everything with the ball. All we need now is some of those passes, those push passes, to stick. And as I say, I can see the Bulls coming away with a few points.
Well, time will tell. Just waiting for a restart here. Paul Cook has the ball on the mound. Bulls in the second half, running from left to right on your screen. Wigan 8, Bradford Bulls 10. This is Friday Night Football, live from Central Park as Wigan bring it back now. And that is young Daryl Curtis, who is a player of immense ability, according to David Swanton, but we haven't seen too much of him tonight, albeit possibly out of position on the wing. Tony Smith now. Farrell has it for the Warriors, and he's out. 33 out from his own line, in fact. Cassidy gives it to Gail Tallock. Baines it was, in fact. Murdoch's got it now. Now it's in the hands of Gail Tallock, 25, who is, as we'd expect, running a bit wide of the ruck tonight. 10 metres short of halfway. Farrell has to clear. The ball now bouncing away from Spruce. In fact, it may well go dead in goal. My prediction is correct, which is a first for tonight. And we'll come back to the 20-metre line for a tap restart. Here's Okoku getting involved. Good to see, Mick.
Yeah, come in and just take one off, let his forwards get set and bring it out.
The Warriors now defending, but already Bradford, 35, make that 37 metres out from their own line. Peacock now from dummy half gives it to Dwyer. And Dwyer's wrapped up. 9 metres short of halfway, the Bradford Bulls. Cook crosses halfway. That's good yardage. Spotted an opening. Slow marker defence. Here's Bradley marching up the middle. The veteran, the club captain. Nice ball back for Lowe's. Now it comes to Wittenberg. Bradford Bulls on a roll in the opening moments of the second half. This is the last tackle coming up. Here's Tomlinson. Points the left finger. Puts the grubber through. Back there is Robinson. And it's being cleaned up by Johnson. Well, I suppose it was never in doubt. They had the troops there, David, but they didn't make it too convincing, did they?
They make it very convincing at all. Bradley started it all. A clever little kick through there. So Wigan pegged back on the defence. They'll be looking for a massive clearance upfield here. But basically, Bradford Bulls are going to come back with everything but the kitchen sink. It's a huge clearance by Andy Farrell. nearly as far as the one in the first half. Well collected indeed, and back come the Bradford Bulls.
And leading the way is Stuart Spruce in 28. He's been in superb form this season, Stuart Spruce. Okoku now from dummy half. Back to Stuart Spruce. Spruce moves the ball to Jeff Wittenberg. And Wittenberg can't improve Bradford's field position. He plays it back for Lowe's. Now to Medley. Medley, alias the bowling ball. He's affectionately known as that at Odsal. Among other things, of course. Tomlinson, here's Bradley, bumps off one. Can he stand in the tackle and offload? Not on this occasion. He's wrapped up, 30 metres out. Bradford Bulls, they lead by 2. Knox, that pass, well, it looked forward. It's the last tackle. They come the left side. Lowe's, Tomlinson again, that little kick in behind the defence. Johnson's back there to pick up those scraps, but a great chase there, Mick.
Yeah, good chase. And another great set of 6 from the Bulls. Come right upfield, a nice control now. Tomlinson putting the ball to the corner, and Wigan having to do the hard yards here, and they're looking a little bit tired of Wigan already.
And this is really where Wigan had looked to someone like Robinson to zip away from dummy half and run upfield maybe 50 metres, but that injury, he can't do it tonight.
No, he's looking as though he's carrying it, Robinson. He's not looking happy at all in that play there. Oh, and that's disappointing again. Everything's done right. Mr. Cummins calling Dwyer out for holding down.
Well, the penalty has been accepted gladly by Andy Farrell. He's found the line 8 metres short of halfway, and this is Baines. Wrapped up Bradford side of halfway already. This is the second tackle now, and that is Holgate, I should say. Murdoch, Smith inside for Connolly. And a forward pass has been spotted by Stuart Cummings, and Andy Farrell shakes the head. But we'll have a look at a replay here, and well, I suppose that is the correct decision, but David, we've seen quite a few of those tonight, and this is really the first occasion the referee has decided to call a halt.
I think he has. He's possibly had away with his 2 touch judges at half-time on that. He's decided to stamp on it. Bradford have been penalised more than Wigan have on the tackle, obviously either not retreating or raking the ball away. Cleverest I saw in the first half. This is Robbie Paul. Magic he is. Every time he gets the ball, the lad is dangerous. He actually tried to play the ball so fast there. He wasn't with his teammates as well. And the referee, quite rightly, Stuart Cummins awards a penalty against him. I'd be interested to see the penalty count in this game and how many Bradford have actually conceded.
Well, there's no argument for me there. That was the correct decision. No one there to pick up the ball from the play the ball. No dummy half. How often would you see that in modern-day rugby league? Certainly at this level. Far and few between those occasions. Horton takes it forward. He crosses halfway. So Wigan, can they get back in front? They trail by 2. Warriors 8, Bulls 10. This is Farrell, and Farrell tries to crash through. Can't get away from Lowe's, who's right around the bootlaces. Medley lending support. Cassidy now. He's lost it. It's been knocked down. Stolen, in fact, by Knox in 18, and he comes away with it. He's put away there. Medley. Cook. Easy yardage, says Mick McGowan, and quite rightly so. Bradley trying to capitalise now on Bradford's roll-on. Come on, you Bulls, is the cry coming from one end of the ground as Tomlinson feeds Wittenberg, who's smashed to the ground. Last tackle, 20 metres out. Wittenberg plays it back for Lowe's. Now it comes to Tomlinson. Again, the little grubber kick. Good positional play from Robinson. And for the time being, the pressure off the Warriors, Mick.
Bulls just need to tackle now. Here goes Johnson, the sticky fella is Johnson. Just need to tackle now, no penalty, and keep the pressure on. I think the Warriors will collapse.
And we've got a penalty here. It looks like Graham Bradley, is it, or is it Knox? Bit of a pat on the tummy there, I think, from Knox. I'm not sure if he's saying Stuart Cummings is a little overweight or what he's trying to say there, but I'm sure it was just taken with a grain of salt. And in all seriousness, Andy Farrell has the opportunity to put Wigan on the attack further downfield. He finds touch on the halfway line. Well, that's where they'll take the tap restart. They pinch a metre or 2 perhaps. And now they're into Bradford territory. Murdoch calling the shots at first receiver. He wants the ball. He's in possession. It comes now to 32. It's a good ball, and it's been lost. Well, a comedy of errors there. Farrell says it went back, sir, but Cummings will have nothing of it. And we'll just try and find out who 32 for Wigan is. Who's that, David? No, it is Baines, but he's unfortunately not listed as 32, is he? He is. Well, once again, I've got to get to the optician first thing tomorrow morning. I'll have to get that appointment sorted out this week, in fact. Bradford with loose head and feed. Paul comes away from the scrum base. He's still going, and it's been intercepted. Redlinski's away. Redlinski now, important, so important as Peacock came over the top and hit him like a cement truck. Oh, listen to the fans. Danny Peacock, he'll need an escort to get out of here tonight. Across field now, like a mud crab, goes Cardis, I should say. Oh, tell you what, Redlinski's still feeling the effects of that Peacock tackle. He smashed him. We'll stick with the action once more. Smith now, cut out pass. Horton, can he get it free? It went forward, it was knocked on. Well, for a moment I thought Wigan were getting on top there, but we have a scrum. And we have a Bradford scrum feed, more importantly. But Redlinski trying to ignite his side there, Mick.
Yeah, but 2 breaks by Paul there, 2 clean breaks by Paul, and we handed the ball over twice again. Just got to consolidate and cut the mistakes out.
Cook now, who's having a fair game tonight. He's been involved quite well. He plays it back. This time there's someone a dummy half. It's Robbie Paul. Here's Bernard Dwyer. Put away by Horton. Wittenberg. 5 metres short of halfway, Jeff Wittenberg, and a penalty. Clap of the hand from Jeff Wittenberg. So to Jimmy Lowe's. Tough call there, David.
I don't think so, really. I think it was a deserved penalty. I think one thing I'm a little disappointed with Bradford Bulls in the second half is the 3 kicks through that Tomlinson has played to a cuckoo. All to Jason Robinson. We've had one which is a bit of a problem for them to clear up. The other 2 was more or less saying, well, we'll give you a gift of the ball. Just like them to see, to be honest, use this right-hand side of the field. Break going on at the moment for the Bulls. Good cover tackling again by Wigan. This game's not over by a long way. It depends on what substitution values we've got left. They're all obviously going to be used in this game to the full. It's interesting to see Sonny Nicol come out at half-time, still track-suited up. He looked quite injured when he went off with his arm injury in the first half. I say, thankfully, he's come back in the second half. He's obviously going to play some part. Penalty to the Bulls.
It is a penalty, and they will take the 2 points on offer here. Paul Cook, he hasn't missed one so far tonight. Why stop now? But interesting too what you said there, David, the kicks towards that left corner. Maybe they should try out this young winger on the right side and see what he's made of. But that hasn't been the case so far anyway in this second half, as O'Connor comes back on for the Bulls, or for the Wigan side, I should say. And Baines is leaving. So too is Cassidy, also leaving the field. So some changes being affected by Eric Hughes, and perhaps a critical stage. Matthew Elliott there on screen here. The Sky TV camera people certainly know where he's situated tonight, just to our left, in fact. And now Paul Cook, he's taking centre stage, so to speak. Score at the moment is 8-10. Wigan 8, Bradford 10. No addition to that half-time score. Cook trying to extend Bradford's lead here at Central Park. He's got it. Just inside the right upright. Bradford now 4-point cushion. Wigan 8, Bulls 12, and Nick McGowan. This could be, I think, maybe a sign of things to come. A points flow and a half in this second half.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the passes will start sticking, as I said earlier. But you get the feeling now with Wigan, when they've got the ball, the anxiety levels are up and they're pushing the passes. The feeling that they're not getting through this line, so they're starting to push the pass. It's a must-win situation for Wigan. If they lose here tonight, they've a mountain to climb in the championship. So, and as the clock ticks down, they'll start pushing even more passes. And you get the feeling that they're hanging on by the fingernails in defence.
Well, 52 minutes gone at Central Park, and the home side do trail by 4 points. They're not out of it yet, but it could be a long night if they let things start to slip away. Andy Farrell won't let that happen if he's got something to do with it. And he's wrapped up 30 metres out from his own line. O'Connor now, who's just come back into the fray. Back for Murdoch, I think it might have been. They're keeping the ball alive, the Warriors, and they really do need to do that. Here's Robinson from dummy half. He's always dangerous, injury or no injury. Fifth and final, Farrell. Plenty of open spaces there for Andy Farrell, but again, this ball will go dead in goal. Well, of all people, Andy Farrell must know every little blade of grass here at Central Park, Mick, and that's not a great result, is it?
Well, Wigan will suffer from not having Sean Edwards. When you have a player like Sean Edwards playing for you for 14 years, he controls all those situations, and other players then don't get a chance to get into those plays. And now other people have to take charge and take responsibility for those situations.
Wigan are certainly finding out about life after Sean Edwards. Of course, Sean now with the London Broncos as Okoku takes it forward for the Bulls. Just short of halfway. Lowe's gives it to Bradley. Bradley puts the foot down. He's gone through them. He's got support. Knox. Oh, it's been lost forward there. A bit of a mix-up.
If he steps up a gear, gets the support, something's going to happen from his hands. Probably one of the best players I've seen. I mean, I know he was over with the Castleford Tigers in the early 90s. Tremendous player he was for the Bulls last year. If he can just keep his temper intact, could possibly walk off with the Lance Todd Trophy at Wembley as the man of the match in a couple of weeks' time as well.
In the big game, of course, May 3, Saturday the 3rd of May, Bulls versus St Helens, a replay of last year's final. Missed tackles at the moment, Bradford 9, Wigan 8. An interesting statistic which has just been put up on the big screen here at Central Park. That's the 4th tackle, switch and play, Farrell across to Connolly. Oh, was that a shepherd or was that obstruction or what? I think about 12,000 fans thought it was, but referee Stuart Cummings didn't agree. Spruce now has to go back, so too Okoku, the kick downfield. This is much better from Wigan. How about that for a chase, Mick? Superb stuff. Eric Hughes would be pleased with that result.
Yeah, that's a good kick and a good chase. Perfectly placed. Nothing either the winger or fullback could do. Too much pressure on him.
Let's see the Bulls now run it out. Early in the tackle count, they're only 10 metres out from their own line. Okoku, he doesn't go too far, 2 metres. Now it comes to Medley, and he's wrapped up. Listen to the Wigan supporters here. Bradford, for the first time tonight, as Wittenberg goes to the ground, struggling to get out of that red zone. They're 25 out. Robbie pulls pass on the bounce to Bradley. Bradley can't offload. It's the last tackle. He's got it out the back door somehow to Tomlinson. Tomlinson puts a kick through. But that is not a good set of 6, David. That's very ordinary.
Very ordinary indeed for the Bradford Bulls. All credit, though, to be honest, to the Wigan Warriors there. They've actually stepped up a gear from that kick through a few minutes ago, which Mick was describing from Andy Farrell. They look like they're all worn down running towards it. They now seem to have stepped up a gear. Got a penalty as well. Will Andy Farrell go to reduce the arrears? There was a bit of talking going on as well to Stuart Cummings. Looks like Andy Farrell could possibly decide to see if he can reduce the arrears slightly to 10-12 if he can kick this one. It's well within his sights. It's going to be a very, very interesting last 25 minutes of this game.
Well, Graham Bradley shakes his head, but he's not going to win a friend or an ally in myself here on this occasion. It was clear as day, that penalty. Really, it had to be awarded by referee Cummings. And an ideal chance now for Wigan to narrow the score. As David has just pointed out, 4 points the difference. Andy Farrell has this one set about 15 in from touch and 30 out from goal. But the tempo in this game has certainly been raised a little in the last couple of minutes, as Paul Anderson in number 17 warms up on the sideline. He might well be coming on for Jeff Wittenberg. Farrell, the kick is waved away. Well, it could be a costly miss. No change to the score. Wigan 8, Bradford Bulls 12. This is Friday night football from Central Park. So a let off there, Mick, for the visitors.
Yeah, let's see a big drop out here from Paul Cook, see if he can get another 60 metre.
could well be in the train station on this occasion. He's got a 20-metre start. A big boot has Paul Cook, taken on the full. 30 metres out from his own line. Robinson brings it back. He's still going. He's great to watch, isn't he? Fantastic. Real entertainer of modern-day rugby league is Jason Robinson. You've got to give it to him. O'Connor now up to halfway. Hall is in 27. Now it comes to Holgate. Hall from dummy half. Smith now goes backwards. Back for Hall. Farrell across field. Now he links up with Gail Tallock, who runs into big Paul Anderson. He picked out the wrong player there. 32 metres out. We're getting pretty excited up here in the commentary box. I hope you're getting excited too. Wigan, are they getting back into this? They trail by 4. Last tackle. They go the right side. Connolly, Smith, Farrell, he's got it away. Tallock, it's been ruled forward. Well, Wigan throwing the ball around, giving it some air, a turnover, but you've got to give them some credit for some endeavour there, Mick.
Oh, absolutely, and good stuff as well. That's really, that's the best bit of pressure they've put on Bradford all night. But they've got to go for it. The 4 points behind, the clock's ticking away. They've got to start throwing the ball about and take a chance.
Yeah, some encouraging signs certainly there for Eric Hughes as Medley takes it forward for the Bradford Bulls. 30 metres out from his own line. Anderson. Good tackle there from Farrell, who's worked hard again tonight for the Wigan side. Lachlan now, he crosses halfway. Lowe's, good work from dummy half, James Lowe's. Still going. The marker defence caught out on that occasion. Last tackle, they come to Tomlinson, first receiver. Coming through is Cook. Cook now trying to get the ball back for Bradford. Oh, Robinson stood tall. Good take, Jason Robinson. That was fine stuff there, David.
It certainly was. There was going on about in the first half about him being wasted at full-back. It needed somebody of his experience to actually take that ball. Just looking at the score flashes, with Leeds beating St Helens at the moment by 12 points to 8. You're going to need every last man standing by the end of this Super League season. The World Club Challenge comes within the next month or so. Big hits like that will obviously take the toll before the end of the season. And I was just wondering about Graham Bradley. He got involved in something in the middle of the field a few minutes ago. Jogged back very gingerly. He's very slow to getting back onto his feet now. Just wondering whether he might be actually carrying something.
He's carrying age, I think, David. He's no spring chicken, but look at the chase here. Redlinski, Mick McGowan points out that he's offside, and referee Stuart Cummings says you are offside, stay out of it. But interesting to note that Stuart Sprucemick has kicked the ball dead in goal, quite possibly thinking that Redlinski was onside. So really, the offside play, so to speak, worked from a Wigan point of view.
Absolutely. It's all right, Mr. Cummings calling him back and bringing him back. That's doing Wigan a favour.
Well, the question is, would he have kicked a dead in goal if he knew he was offside?
Of course he wouldn't. And he's been offside all the time. If he encroaches within 10 metres of the ball, it's a penalty.
Well, it's a great result, in fact, for Wigan. Robinson takes it on the full. 1 metre Bradford side of halfway, and he rushes back at the Bulls' defence. This game isn't over. I think we're set for a big finish. Wigan are certainly hanging on, and now, in fact, pushing the Bulls to the limit midway through the second half. 21 minutes gone in the second half, in fact. Some changes being effected again by Eric Hughes. Players being marshalled on the sideline as Farrell comes through, and he's wrapped up. Good tackle there from Dwyer, it was. From dummy half, Smith, Robinson. Wigan, is this their big chance? They come the blind side. Smith, Horton, he's over! Oh, great try, Simon Horton, his second try of the night. We're locked up, 12 all at Central Park, kick to come. Well, Mick McGowan, that was sensational stuff. Simon Horton, his second try, he's having a big game.
Playing well. We see it on the replay.
Simon Horton.
Smith just gives him a straight running ball, and Simon Horton does a lot with the angle of running, pace and strength. But Wigan have picked the game up in this last 5 or 10 minutes, and they deserve that try.
Brave man indeed. The whole of Central Park is going to erupt in a minute. If Andy Farrell puts this between the posts to give the Warriors a 14-12 lead, and then there's a substitution pending, Nigel Wright. They played one game as a substitute at Warrington last year. in the last 20 months, had numerous ankle operations since he moved from Wakefield Trinity. Eric Hughes has got big plans for this guy. He throws it to the right of the uprights. It's all level, 12 points each. We'll wait for the cheer very shortly when referee Cummings goes to the halfway line. On comes Doc Murray as one of the substitutes. We're still waiting for the entrance of Nigel Wright. Craig Murdoch is coming off as well, and on comes Nigel Wright. So big things he's probably thought of as the natural successor to Sean Edwards. I know the other week when the Yeston Harris deal was going through with Leeds, Warrington had actually spoken to Wigan and said, give us Nigel Wright in exchange and you can have Yeston Harris. Wigan turned it down. They obviously had plans for him.
And David Swan keeping us informed of what's been going on this side of the Pennines in recent times. Here's Paul Anderson. Well, 12 all, 25 gone in the second half. Robbie Paul trying to electrify his side. Tomlinson up to halfway now. The Australian halfback, formerly with Batley, plays it back. Last tackle, midfield bomb from Bradley. Who's going to accept it? No one. Bounces. Play on. Ball's in possession. Still the final tackle. Robbie Paul kicks downfield. And it's bouncing around for Doc Murray, who's just been put on the park. And the Kiwis done well. Oh, good play, Doc Murray. Back into the field of play. Good stuff. Eric Hughes would be proud of that. And now Carter brings it back. Here's Robinson. Put away by Dwyer. 12 all. Spruces off. And Matt Calland on in number 20 for the Bradford Bulls. The bench getting a workout on both sides tonight. It's been one heck of a contest. Even Stevens for the time being. Smith, Farrell attacking the blind. Good swarming defence there from Callan, the freshman. Last tackle for the Wigan side. Smith, pressure on the kicker. Will they get a kick away? Doc Murray now off the left boot. Well, they've done well. They've done remarkably well. They were under some pressure there. They were stressing out somewhat. Peacock now has to go back and collect. Let's see how good his kick return is. Not bad. 30 metres out from his own line. And Paul Medley struggling in back players. Mick McGowan points out Medley now, 10 metres short of halfway. Listen to the chant. Anderson takes it forward. The locals getting restless.
This could be the championship this next 12 minutes.
It may well be. Paul Cook realises that. He takes it forward. Bradford now, 38 metres out. Bradley takes it forward. Are they working for a field goal or do they want the try? Lowe's, Robbie Paul spins away. Still going, the captain. Now he's chopped down right in front of the sticks. Last tackle. They go to Tomlinson. Grubber in behind the defence. Doc Murray getting across there quickly. And again he gets out of the in goal. 2 from 2 for Doc Murray, David.
2 from 2 for him. They tried that move again, a cuckoo. I don't know whether they haven't worked that game plan out on the training ground there, but he's not actually reading Tomlinson's kicks through. As a winger with the speed that he has, he should really be there and putting pressure on the fullback himself. Out come the Wigan Warriors again. It's going to be one heck of a last 10 minutes in this game. The Wigan Warriors crowd getting behind the team probably for the first time this season. Away they come. The Bradford line, looking as the Wigan line, is very tired at the moment. So it's going to be the last man standing in this game. Away comes Andy Farrell. Inside to Tony Smith. Tony Smith races for the line. Yes, in he goes. Touchdown. Referee Cummings had a look at his touch judge on the far side to see if he'd taken his position enough. But Tony Smith repays part of the £150,000 who paid the Castleford Tigers for him. Mick McGowan said he'd run all night. On that particular occasion, Jason, Tony Smith ran all night.
Well, sensational stuff. Tony Smith, I tell you what, if he hasn't had a warm welcome to Central Park since his arrival from Castleford, he's going to get one tonight because that is a very crucial try. Abby Okoku arriving far too late. We Will Rock You now being played on the PA system, but it was great stuff from Wigan, splitting the Bulls' defence, and Smith finishing quite well. Look at the joy on the face of Radlinski, who's coming through in support. Could that well be the turning point? Still plenty of time left on the timepiece. 10 minutes plus to go. But Wigan, they're in the box seat. They lead 16-12.
All credit to Wigan. Looked as though they're down on the feet, but they've lifted the game up, they've lifted the defence up, and they've come up with the points. But as you said, the game's not over yet. The Bulls well capable of scoring points. All they've got to do is keep playing football and hope that last pass sticks.
Well, that kick has stuck. Andy Farrell this time gets it right. No problems with the radar on this occasion. 6-point ball game. Wigan Warriors 18. Bradford Bulls 12. So we're set now for an enthralling final 10 minutes. Deep restart from the Wigan Warriors. Taken on the full by Danny Peacock. Bradford now staring down the barrel of their first defeat in 1997. Anderson takes on a couple of the Wigan defenders. 11-12 metres short of halfway. Lowe's, Tomlinson, Dwyer. Bernard Dwyer put away, 6 metres short of halfway. Tomlinson gives it to Robbie Paul. Inside ball, Lachlan has been fairly well contained, but it's a penalty. Stealing the ball. And a big penalty at that, Mick.
Yeah, this could be the crunch call. Yeah, stripping out there, no question.
So now Bradford on the attack, 30 metres out. A real test of the Wigan defence here. This is Anderson, 2 balls on the park. 19 out. Tomlinson promotes it for Dwyer. I sense a try. Robbie Paul. Cut out pass, no. Peacock calls through, and he's over! Oh, Danny Peacock! His second try of the night, and it couldn't have come at a better time. The Bradford Bulls, it's not over yet. Well, Mick McGowan, you're out of your seat like myself. That's exciting stuff.
Yeah, that pass stuck, and didn't Peacock come on like a steam train there? It was Peacock, wasn't it? Yeah, Danny Peacock showing everything there. First line defence met him, but they didn't stop him. Carried 3 men over the line, got the ball clear, and here's a big kick for Paul Cook.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Wigan supporters, you can hear a pin drop only for the Bulls Army here tonight. Listen to the jeering. He's pushed it wide. No goal. Crucial miss, David.
Well, I think Peacock was very, very shrewd signing during the winter months by Matthew Relic. It just shows what a big game player he is. This game is not over, and I think the ironic cheers there from Wigan Warriors fans were quite simply, they're quite frightened about what Bradford Bulls are going to throw at them in the next 6 minutes. Hang on to your seats.
Yeah, I've just buckled up, David. And I make no apology for that. Wigan defending a 2-point lead. They are in possession, but plenty of time for both sides to score a try or two. 6 minutes to go. The timepiece ticking over here at Central Park. Friday night football, and it's been a ripper. And as Mick McGowan quite rightly points out, penalties either side can ill afford a penalty at this late stage of the game. Wigan on the attack. Smith, the try scorer. Last tackle for the Warriors. Farrell kicks downfield, perhaps looking to find touch. And he finds the line. Good kick from Andy Farrell. He finds touch 20 metres out. And Mick, that's not a bad tactic.
No, that's good play from Wigan, a good kick from Andy Farrell. Peacock obviously didn't fancy it. Would have had an extra tackle if he picks it up. Would have been running at a broken defence. As it is now, we're running to the stacked defence. But still plenty of time. The way the Bulls have been playing tonight, they're well capable of running on the trying.
The man in possession could well do it. Okoku having his first run tonight in Super League for Bradford. Hasn't had too many opportunities, Abby Okoku. As Callum now, a bit of a mix-up with Medley. Play on, says Cummings. No penalty for Shepherd. Listen to the boos. Stuart Cummings getting a real pay from the Wigan supporters there. Bradford, of course, undefeated, but that record looking somewhat in jeopardy at this late stage of this game. 5 to go, they trail by 2. Tomlinson goes through, he's got support. Bradley, he's still going. Graham Bradley, the veteran, the club captain, he's 2 metres out, right in front of the sticks, running like a steam train. It comes to Tomlinson now, Lachlan, they will score. Matt Callan, he's over, that's the ball game. Matt Callan take a bow. Bradford Bulls are off the hook, David. They're in the lead and they're in the home straight.
Matt Callan, a substitute as well, scoring the try. Quite surprised really to see him on the bench. He's not really figured in the plans a lot this season, but he showed what a big game player is, and Bradford Bulls are starting to show what a big game team they are. 1 or 2 injuries. The physio is going to probably be the busiest person at both of these clubs after this game. Both sets of players, all 34, have given their all in this game. Been a tremendous spectacle, but to come back from the death, who would have thought that when Tony Smith ran that try in less than 10 minutes ago, that you were going to come back with 1 from Peacock and then 1 from Callan.
Yeah, the odds would have been interesting. He's only missed 1 so far tonight. He's had a fair run this evening at Central Park. This one a little bit more difficult than the Peacock conversion attempt. Great kick. Paul Cook, former England international, raises the flags. Bradford now lead by 4. Wigan 18, Bulls 22. And David, is it all over for Wigan?
I wouldn't say so until that final outer goes in this game. Anything could happen. I didn't think Wigan would come back to be perfectly honest in the second half. Nigel Wright has played very well since he come on. It's going to be very interesting now. They've got to get this ball back quickly upfield. They'll be looking for somebody like Robinson. They'll be looking for somebody like Smith to make a break down the field and basically play the 6 near the line. Radlinski's away. He'll never give up trying this evening, but he's well chaperoned. 3 players diving into the tackle. Less than 5 minutes on the clock to go. And it's all going to get very, very interesting.
Just updating another score too. Full-time score, Leeds 13, St Helens 12. But we'll stick with this match. It's going right down to the wire here at Central Park as well. Callan, good tackle there, following up his try.
Big shoulder.
Nigel Wright, who's created some things, cops a hammering from Lowe's and Medley. Farrell cooks the kick downfield. Robinson's coming through. Has he got the pace? No. The ball beats both Robinson and Peacock over the sideline, Mick.
How things change so quickly. The last kick that Farrell put in was a great kick because it went in touch. That's not so good now for Wigan because it's gone in touch. How things change. So the Bulls now need this and a good steady set, kick deep, and they've got the game. Because Wigan cannot, they've only run the ball out, that's when Smith scored the try.
Bradley standing very flat. In fact, he's offside in my book. I think under the rules he has to be back a bit further than that. But he'd be a brave man, Cummings, to penalise the Penguin on this occasion with 2 minutes to go. In fact, 1 minute to go. Bulls now, they're not going to do anything too fancy here, I would imagine. Bradley, 9 metres short of halfway. Robbie Paul, the captain, comes into dummy half. Across field, now he straightens it, and across halfway. Gains 12, 13 metres for his side. Here's Medley. Thought about throwing the pass, but he takes the tackle. Safety first football, last tackle. Will we see a bomb? No. Low kick again from Tomlinson. And Cardis is there in 21. And they're still going, Wigan. Well, Cardis has done well. He ran about 50 metres, gained about 10. Conley now. Chance if they swing it to the left. Radlinski's knocked on, and it's into touch.
Championship.
It's all over. Mick McGowan, you'd go for a step further.
Oh, no. That was an exaggeration. But this is where you win the championship. You come to Wigan and win at Wigan, no matter what. You're knocking Wigan out of the championship. St Helens have lost at Leeds by the looks of it, losing at Leeds, so they're getting a good leap on everybody now, Bradford, and people are going to have to catch him up.
Yeah, in fact, Bradford seemingly will now go to the top of the table as Tomlinson bumps off Cardis. Now he's into touch, and I suppose even though it's into injury time and the siren about to go, that's something Bradford can ill afford, David. The siren about to go, but surely they didn't want to go near the sideline.
I was just thinking that myself. Basically, what I've learned this season at Wilderspool on the touchline is quite simple. In this state of the game, what they call is sets of six. In the olden days, it was up your jumper. Tomlinson going too near the touchline there was a bit dangerous. It was only on the second tackle. We've got a recovery here for the Bradford Bulls. Quite simple as just hold on to the ball. Just play your sets of six out. Wigan are allowing him to make ground up there. Bradford get back into position. Whoever gets the ball, give it the biggest lads. Just get them to play it out, and then on the fifth tackle, if necessary, the kick through to the safety zone. But it's definite on a sets of six now. It's got to be.
39 seconds to go here at Central Park. Time ticking away for Wigan. 34, 33. We see the big timepiece in the right-hand corner of the giant TV screen here at this famous venue. Wigan now resigned to losing this one. Wigan 18, Bradford Bulls 22. Lachlan splits the defence, still going. The former Great Britain international, 12 metres out. Final tackle coming up now for the Bradford Bulls. Lachlan slow to his feet. Now he will play it. Robbie Paul looking for it. Lowe's puts the kick through. It bounces dead in goal. And that is full time. There goes the siren. It's all over. The Bulls have won. Matty Elliott is very happy, as you can see. Bradford 22, Wigan 18. And Mick, your final analysis, please.
Well, I thought Bradford had 80-90% of the game, and Wigan did well to pick themselves up and come back and score. But they did too much cheering when they scored a try. They thought the game was won, and it wasn't. They hadn't played enough football at Wigan to keep Bradford down. Bradford have played all the football, and they came away with the points and showed great character to score those two tries.
Yeah, gutsy win, but certainly the Wigan side not disgraced there, Dave.
They weren't disgraced by any means. One special mention I think they must do tonight is Peacock. As said before, a big game player. And the other thing is as well, as you're saying, as Mick was quite rightly saying, championships are decided on cold April evenings in the middle of Lancashire at grounds like Wigan, and that is a sign of a championship contending side. And that when the game finished up, Bradford were on the attack. They were not pegged under their own post. They were actually on the Wigan line. That is a sign of championship contenders.
Yeah, marvellous game. Thank you very much, David. On behalf of David Swan and Mick McGowan, I'm Jason Costigan, wishing you a very good night from Central Park.